build, that confidence. You know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports. Welcome, everyone, to AT&T Stadium, home of the Cowboys here in Arlington, Texas. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll give it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athlete. Play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. No way to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
See this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Looking to throw on first down. Skips away from pressure. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
So now it's second and long. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Quick spin on the right. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on third and short. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Thanks to grab. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Looking for a man, it's Russell. Quarterback extends the play. He'll throw it. Caught behind the line, it's Horton. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
It's a really nice job by the defense staying disciplined there. The quarterback's trying to get it out on the right side. As soon as he makes the catch, though, down he goes. Really good job with the tackle.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass. Going for 6. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuffed with an interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing the turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Pulls and throws off the RPO. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Finds his tight end. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Going up top again. Pulls it in. It's dealt. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Dogs in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to it. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Dances away to buy time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and 4th down now, it's decision time for you.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Sends it downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here's the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
Hunt is on its way. He's brought down, but there's also a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Makes the grab on the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Caught on the outside. It's Branch. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Great job by the QB and the wide receiver understanding what they had to do to get a first down. I don't care about the completion. I don't care about getting a certain amount of yards. I got to get that first down so I get another set of downs so we can keep this drive alive.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Branch. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Georgia! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Russell. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Fires to the middle. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. That is a pretty brutal kick there. It'll be marked dead right at the 30-yard line.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Georgia 7, Alabama 0.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Touch pass on the jet sweep. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. from the gun. The running back tries to hit the hole. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Fires to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
And the Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the 5-yard step off, 1st and 15 for this offense. To throw, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
There's an example of what happens when a quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He fires one deep down the right side. There he goes. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Getting set for the point after. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he makes the fair catch deep in his own territory. He might have a question or two to answer about that decision. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to pass, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. He's got it for a big play. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the 3rd quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
That's caught. It's Miller. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown! drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. To the air. It's Stockton. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Georgia going up tempo. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wants to fire on second down. Throwing right. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock, trying to keep your defense fresh. Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable. This defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
The Crimson Tide a long, long way from the line to gain here on third down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this third down. looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking for a huge play. Got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
On these critical 4th downs, as a quarterback, you've got to find your best matchup, and they didn't just get the 1st down. He had his guy one-on-one. He took a shot, and it pays off.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give and tick, 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 tick. Turning it on. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped up 15 yards.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense...
Oh, out of space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the 1st down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Send the tight end in motion. Back to throw, it's Stockton. He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in down the sideline. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass on 2nd down. Lets it go to the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. this lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to pass, it's Russell. Bears the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
It's really hard to dial up big completions vertically down the field. At this juncture in the game, it's the fourth quarter. The defense is playing with extra DBs on the field. They know you're going to throw it. Ball falls incomplete.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Unloads to the right. It's complete. Way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, and you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this in this drive.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He's going up top here late in the game. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's taking a deep shot. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
And you just wonder if this defense now is starting to feel it a little bit. They're a bit on their heels after that 4th down play to keep this drive going. Someone's going to have to step up here and stop the bleeding. They're only up by 1 possession.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, it's Mack. On the run, fires downfield. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
Quarterback keeps it on the sneak. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. Steps into the end zone for a touchdown, and man, oh man, time was about to run out on him, and now they need the 2-point conversion to tie.
Yeah, Man, I tell you what, great job by this offense, great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your two-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the fourth quarter when you need the two-point conversion?
He will get there for the two-point conversion, and we have a tie game in the waning seconds. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock after a short pickup of 7, and it's getting dire in terms of the clock. The Dogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. Looking to the big tight end. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Incomplete, the final play of regulation, and now we head to overtime. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. Pulls it, fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket the slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
Dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Wants to keep it in the air. Catch in the middle, it's Frazier. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. Catch in the middle, it's Branch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown Bulldogs! And they score first here in overtime. Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Looking for a man. It's Mack. Fires toward the target. Grabbed over the middle. It's Miller. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And he tries to wedge his way into the end zone, but the defense stands tall. No, they didn't. They got low and stopped him from making it in. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown time! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They make the big play, get the touchdown.
They don't want to play another overtime. They'll try to win it or lose it on a 2-point conversion. Wants to go up top. He's in! The 2-point conversion in overtime. What a call to win the game! It always comes down to a few key plays in a game like this, but to lose in overtime, just an absolute kick in the gut.
It's a kick in the gut, and you remember those exact plays, Reese. The things I could have done a little bit better, or the ball could have bounced my way. Just a few of those little plays make the difference in winning or losing a ball game.
And I think as players too, David, you know, when you watch the film, you didn't do enough, but you definitely had some positives out there on the field. Guys stepped up, guys delivered, and put you in a position to win. In the end, moving forward, when the game's on the line, you got to be able to close games out.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for a season. Another bowl game in the books, and a season is wrapped. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and our entire crew behind the scenes, I'm Reese Davis signing off, and we'll see you next season for another presentation of EA Sports College Football.